Well, good afternoon. It's VindaCator here from iPlayMore.com. Quick reminder, subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. Make sure you go to iPlayMore.com, sign up for our video game test. Yeah, it's coming. We're going to have a brand new level. We're going to be doing some multiplayer game tests. So make sure you go sign up. So I'm the game designer, developer, producer for a game called Thunder. It takes place right here on this Milky Way galaxy. And if you travel down from where we are on Earth, down the Carina Arm, you're going to arrive at the stellar Jewel Box Nebula, NGC 3603. And NASA took a photo of that, and it looks like this. And that is where we've put our little planet, Planet Nebulous Prime. And as you zoom into that planet, you see that we've got some mock-ups of what the world's going to look like. And maybe more than mock-ups. Oh, what's this? This is actually a real image of what that we're building in the level design right now. So, there we go. So, our game has a metagame over top of it. I always feel like I'm fighting with the music. Has a metagame in it, which means that winning and losing matters. So when you win and lose an arena, you can gain territory or lose territory. Or like in Bear Isle here, you can see 12 over 12. It's neutral. And so this is our Bear Isle. So this is where we started, but we're now working on Intrepid. Show lots of that today. Just in this preview, we don't have it playable yet. And so Bear Isle turned out to be really massive. So we kind of shrunk it down, and this is where I'm going to be fooling around today. And that's what the whole thing looks like in Unreal. And Henrique has been doing some amazing renders. So these are the cactuses that are in our game. He is a big fan of cacti. Some more cacti. And some more cacti. And so those flowers are going to be collectible in the game. They aren't yet, but they will be. And then this is our shield technology. So you got the red, you got the white on one side, the dark on the other side. You can see how that is split for both sides. And then we've got the blue and then the rare, which is your core shield. So lots of protection in our game. And then Henrique did this, and I just absolutely, this is a great way to present our devices and shields and energy, because then you're seeing the color of how they operate. So this is the red, so it's also called that's blue, called Kadesh. And my angel isn't also good. But anyways, this is the Kadesh, the red. The Havalar, that's the blue. The dark, which is the agony, and its shield. So this is the dark side of the shield, and its energy. And then the Shalat, which actually is a word meaning onion. And you'll know what that means when you get shot in the face with this, because it stings. Anyways, that's the story. I don't know if we have that working, or when we'll have that working, but so this is the light side of the shield. So those two are together. And then we have the rare. Now, you're not going to find these floating around the level. They're always hidden in secret areas. I might give some of that away today. Tyler did a fantastic job on Mr. Spider, or Mrs. Spider, I guess it is. Miss Spider, I don't know. Mrs.? I guess we'll call her Mrs. because she's going to have babies. So that's kind of cool. I'm just clicking on a couple things here to get to this. And then I want to bring this over. So Tyler also did the Komodo. And so this is actually a 3D version of it, which is kind of cool. And I figured out that you can even zoom in and see Mr. Komodo. Domo arigato, Mr. Komodo. And so here's the great news about this. So this had to go back to him a few times because there's a thing called loops when you're animating models. So you got to put extra loops, extra polygons around the areas that you're going to stretch out. And of course, if he's walking, this is going to be stretching like crazy. But the good news is that Ryan, who's at my studio here, has this all rigged and ready for animation. So this guy's going to be running around the game next week. Isn't that cool? So now how do I get out of this? And next week I'll show something else on that. Anyways, he's got the bat too. So Ryan need to understand how to rig those bat wings. So we can do it like fingers, but then you got this area here that needs to deform properly. So we'll get that figured out. And Russell did a whole bunch of stuff. So one of the things that he did was the Lagar. So I don't have the prints for some reason, but I think we kind of didn't connect on that one. But anyways, we got the Lagar Princess, the Lagar King. So these are just very early. This is going to go over into our new texture system for characters. So let's talk about the Brood. And so Tony got this done. This is Uriel. And so he's also going over to the new system. So he's actually going to be for the next arena. So it's nice to be ahead a little bit. This is the concept for Balaam from Patrico. We already have him in the game. There's going to be some changes though. Now the Kin. So these are the concept images for Namash. And Russell also did the base model for Namash. So there's still lots to do on this, but got his spectacles. These are high-end glasses. He can actually see invisible players in the game. So that's his special ability. And he's a drummer. But yeah, so I want to see what this guy looks like when we put the new texture system in. So I think he looks good. And then Zach, who's already in the game. Zoran is talking about increasing the poly count on this. We still have to do some rework on the wings. It's looking pretty good. This is my mock-up for the marketplace. So you can buy and sell. Our game's better than free-to-play, but you can make money by buying items and selling them. And this is our storage system. So you go to the chest, it automatically opens up, and you got your collectibles, you got your wearable gear, and then you can sell any of that stuff. All your devices are all going to level up and open up slots as we go. And this is what it looks like when you mouse over. This is all just mock-ups, so we understand what we're doing. And then this is the package deal. So this is how we're gonna monetize the game. It's gonna be better than free to play. You can use all of this gear. It doesn't matter if you pay or not. But if you buy it, it's gonna increase in value. And you can see here it says make $40+ by buying this set now. And so there you go. When you're selling the pieces, if you sell them right away, if you can make a lot more if you hold on to it for a while. So Zoran is going to work on Suial. I'm going to show you a few things from her, and then Talimud will be the last character. So we're going to have our 4 main characters. So here's some work that he's been doing. So this is the new texture system, and so it's looking fantastic. Now wait till you see this. Okay, so this is Suial's pants. This is how it's responding on Unreal, so you're getting into the little bit of a darker green, which is great. This is all wonderful performance over here. And then here is Epic's own Paragon characters in the red. Bad. So it's very exciting. So there's her whole suit. Looks fantastic. Man, that looks good. And then here is our poster of our first 4 characters. We just wanted to see the concepts all together. And there they are. Now, let's talk about Intrepid. So I've pulled everything out of this. We're only going to talk about the map that we're working on now. And, I mean, that'll change as we go. But, so I didn't get anything new from Marcel this week. He's like, yeah, I'll give you something at 7. I'm like, okay, I'm broadcasting at 3. So, hang on one second here. Just got to get myself organized. Okay, so this is all Jeff's work, and so he's doing the level layout, and I'm so glad that this is working out. It's working out very awesomely. So And I've pulled a lot of the things that he did out of here this week just to kind of simplify this, because it's just getting to be so much. Okay, so I try to put this stuff in kind of an order. So here is the pencil for Intrepid Fortress. Here is the concept art for Intrepid Fortress. So this is going to be Subflatus's fortress. And so this is the orthographics. So this is the front, the side, and the back. Very interesting place. Remember, guys, there's got to be a back door here too, because you're going to spawn at your tree and you got to go in the back if it's your own place. And then Jeff started doing this, trying to figure out what is going to happen inside this place. So on the top, this is kind of my idea, we're going to put the the energy icon, because it should be somewhere where you can attack it. And then inside will be the throne and all that kind of stuff, and just different layers. So he's coming up with that kind of thing, how that's going to work. And so I think we use a button to close the doors and to close the entrances and exits. And, you push the button, it's like 20 seconds it stays closed, and then it's open for, 10, 11 seconds or something like that, 12, 15 seconds, whatever. Maybe another 20. So this is what the Brood Fortress is going to look like. The ocean's going to be pushed back. There's going to be all of this lava field in front. So it's very interesting, because we always do moats, and I want to do a lava moat for the Brood and a water moat for the kin. And so this is very, very cool to have that much lava, like a whole field of lava. So here's the Intrepid Kin Castle pencil. And then we had an original art director who did this, and I don't want to lose this idea. So I love this castle, but what I love here is the pit that goes in front of the castle. So, because we have a throne pit, but now we're doing throne rooms, so we just need to change the design a little bit, and I think this is perfect. And that leads into this. So that's how it'll look. So that's the concept art for Intrepid Castle. And then here is the orthographics. So this is what the views look like from the front, the side, and the back. Again, there's got to be a little door here, because you're going to spawn back there to get in. But Jeff has done that. So he's got the tree. He's got the narrow entrance at the back, the big entrance at the front. And then he's broken this all down into how you're going to traverse this area. And I like the way he's broken this up, so it's not just one big empty hollow room. It's got some areas that you can actually hide and go back behind and all that kind of stuff. This is going to be the pit. So Derek's been working on this, and he did a fantastic job of lining up this and making it look like a marmoset. And just to clarify, yes, the players will be able to see this. This is part of the training, because you want to know where you're banished to, what it looks like, and what you need to traverse. And so that'll be a bit of the pit training. And so he's even got these call-outs here. So this is the banana puzzle. So you can see the banana, and you can see it's got the letters on it. So that's the kin letters, just to be clear. And then this is the color puzzle. So you got the green, the red, and the blue. And I don't even know how those puzzles work. Tommy's going to work with him. They'll figure that stuff out. This is just from Google Maps to understand what the landscape is going to look like for Intrepid. Of course, we're doing our own thing, as you're going to see in a minute. And so the first thing that we're going to do Intrepid, we've had some advice from some senior people that have been around the block and done all this stuff before. And they say what you do is a vertical slice. So just one area and finish it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take the fountain area. There's actually a building. And we're going to polish that. So it's all the way to the finished state of what the game's going to look like in the end. And we're going to have the new texture system. It's going to be fantastic. All this stuff's going to perform so well. Anyways, so this is a very early test model. So this is what Rigel's working on. And so that's just a very early stage of the fountain. And I wanted to have this flat part to run across to level up. So I'm probably going to jump into it and then jump past it. And there we go. And so this is what the marmosets look like. So it's the concept art for the marmosets for Intrepid. And Wade did a very early test of the marmoset, so it's coming along good. Doesn't have his fur or stuff. This is kind of a placeholder here. And we felt that the muscles were a little bit too much for a little marmoset, but he's going to work on that. So that's just first look. And Adrian returned to us. She had done some models before, and now she's doing concept art. So I wanted to show that off. And so she's just working on this early stages of the fountain area. So that's what the fountain area is going to look like. And the kin with all the living, the brood with all the dead. And then this land bridge. And this whole idea that she's doing where she's narrowed it here, that's actually part of the design now. So I'm kind of glad that happened, because we would have missed that. And just wonderful mountains, water coming down, pools of water. This is going to be fantastic. And then over here, the brood have this closed up. And then we get a nice picture of that as well, what that looks like. And so we'll build that out in the game. These are just the concepts. Now, here's what actually is being done by Marcel. Now, this is last week. So he's going to get me new pictures at 7. So I don't think he realized. I mean, I tell everybody that I'm broadcasting at 3 on Saturday to get me everything Friday or early Saturday. But I guess, people are busy. So this is all last week. So everything will be smoothed out, but we're just getting the basic levels set out. And this is Intrepid. You can see earlier you saw that all the islands have much more work done to it. But this is still early stage. This is where the brood's going to be. Brood Fortress. Brood Fortress here. Kin Castle over here. You can see the fountain there. So that's what that's the bottom tip of Azure Island. So there we go. So you can earn mana by being active in our Discord. That's the address there. If it doesn't work, tell me. I'll fix it. It says make a link forever. Like, yes, never end. And then it ends. It's so hilarious. So anyways, make sure you go to iPlayMore.com, sign up for our video game test of Thunder, and let's just jump in and do some fooling around. We should have no crashes this week, which is the last couple of weeks we've been having some crashes. But I think we got that all fixed. So here we are in Bear Isle. And so today I was like, hey Zoran, can I start cleaning this out? Because we kept adding stuff and it slowed it down. He's like, don't do that. Just make a new one. He says it's too hard. You'll break everything. I'm like, all right. So thank you for that advice. I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously not doing the right things. Oh, let's do a couple things. So let's turn on my camera. Wave hello. There we go. Camera's on. And I'm just going to quickly look at this connection here. So it looks like I'm not broadcasting to Discord, which is very strange. And I think that's the Bing Microsoft one. Looks like it's been stopped as well. And it doesn't look like there's any way to change that. Okay, well, I'm broadcasting on 5 of the 7 networks, so that's all right. All right, let's go try this again. Go to the game. Alt-P. Oh, and I finally figured out why my FOV wasn't always working, because sometimes I type POV. I finally caught myself. So we're going to put Zach in. And let's just type FOV. And the clue should be that the information comes up on the screen. And that it works. All right. Oh, yeah. So, we're just working on Pep. It's supposed to roll down the path, so just forgive us. It's amazing that we've got it this far. So, and I think I can even pick it up. Can I pick that up? Let's use the claw. Yeah, you can pick it up. Okay, but it's not supposed to do that. The server can tick. True. That's Kang's doing. Alright, let's leave this guy here. Let's go jump over to the other guy. So I'm running 2 characters on one PC in the editor. Yeah, we're not at multiplayer yet. It's kind of a sad thing. We're also not funded yet, which is very grating on me.
The kill. Prince of Thunder.
Gee, it works every time you type the right thing. I honestly couldn't figure it out. I guess my brain thinks point of view and field of vision is the same thing. Thank you, brain. All right. So it's going to be laggy because we've put way too many things in here. We've got a texture streaming issue, which is now resolved, but unfortunately not in Bear Isle here. Yeah, so just ignore that pep. It's going to do some weird things now. I still haven't figured out how to deal with that.
Prince of Thunder.
Alright, so the Brood have captured their throne, but I've got to the fountain first. Uh-oh. I've got 8 throne strikes.
The kill.
Oh. So there's an additional sound there you hear with some water splashing and stuff like that. That's because I have leveled up. Look at my device. Forget the jump. That's automatic. Shouldn't rest my thumb on my spacebar. It's like hypersensitive all of a sudden. Anyways, you can see I've leveled up my device. It started at 888, I believe. And now it's leveled up to 1443. And it's autofilling. You can see that. Nice and slow. And if we go up to the shrine here. Yeah, now it's filling up real fast. So that's what the shrines do. One of the things, you can also get throne energy there. And then we're going to be able to do stage 2 and stage 3 shrines. From stage 3, you're going to be able to place thrones. And you can attack the enemy from various locations. So I've got an enemy here. He's in the thing, but see, he's just standing in front. So if I go up on the throne, I'm going to capture it. And because he's sleeping, hey, why is snake in... Snake's head shouldn't be in the chair. So I can push 1. I can right click. I can bully him out of here. That's still really loud. I thought I fixed that. That little sound means it's ready again. It's filled up. It's ready to go. The other thing I can do is wind it up and touch him. And I put him in a pod, and he can't move. He can use his claw to move, but he can't run or walk or anything. Unlike my pod, when I make a pod, I can run around. Oh, yeah, so those are still global sounds. That's why.
King of Dominations.
We'll have to get Kang on that. So we're gonna kind of show a little aggression on the kin side today. So this claw will help me traverse through the map. It's kind of nice too, like if you're gonna fall, you can just turn it on. Ignore that pep. It's rolling up the hill. Like that. See, I just fell. And I just saved myself. So all I gotta do... I love to show this off. So all I gotta do is touch that. So let's don't be unfair to Mr. Brood here, who's brooding in the corner. Come on, Balaam. You don't have to be crying in the corner over there. Alright, so he's going to come take this throne. He's even going to jump up on the throne. He's going to think that he's going to capture it. But today, Zach's a little faster.
The king.
So if you look at the bottom of the HUD, you can see a couple things. So let's just start on the right-hand side. You can see that there's a crown there. So I have created a empire, and there's my crown over on the kin. I'm just going to roll my mouse wheel so that things don't fade. In the center, you can see that there is a water fountain, so that means there's a kin stronghold. And then on the far left, on the bottom, you can see that the brood is out. That's an out sign. And if we just jump over to him real quick, he gets off his throne, looks up. It is definitely out of play. So I just love that. I'm sorry, but I used to do that to my old development team all the time. They're like, oh, we'll just come back and capture our throne. I'm like, no, I'm going to make an empire. So here we go. So you push T. Even though my throne is out, I can place a lightning throne. I can put and Kang's like, can I get rid of the shot firing when you're setting this stuff up? I'm like, yeah, of course. But there should be something. So when I push T and I push it, it just disappears. It should shoot, I think. Anyways, minor details. Now, you're not going to be able to do this. See, I got 47 throne strikes, but I'm not using any. You're going to use 4 for each throne you place. It's going to slow things down a little bit. That's the way it's designed. And this is just for testing, so ignore me and my testing. Oh yeah, there's another thing I got to do here. Just going to wait for Henrique to show up, but I don't know if he's going to be here today. Where am I going? I'm supposed to be placing thrones. Okay, so I'm going to push enter so I can fly. It's going to be near my throne. I don't have to be right on it, but it's near it. Push T. And I push T and it disappears. It shouldn't because I'm close, but there we go. So it's going to place a bunch of different thrones. You can see I've got throne power showing up, so let's just show that. So I push F. My scepters automatically change. Looks like we lost our ice. Okay, so a little note to myself that we're going to go check that. It's so funny, when I get a route in a map, I just stay with it. So forgive me for that. I'm sure you'll do the same. I mean, you can take any route, and I can go up in the air. You see how this is going up now? Let's just fly, so it's easy. There, you can see how it went up. So complete freedom about where you're placing. That's my whole idea with this game, is to give the freedom to the players instead of limiting you. Okay, so now I want to, let's go down. Let's go over this way. You see what's happening here? So you can build all kinds of crazy networks. You can leapfrog, which means your team can place one, and then you can place the next one. It's not actually something you can do automatically, though. Okay, so what's going to happen here is, I think, one more placement. Ultimate Throne War is going to be called. There's the bad guy there on the throne. I'm going to fly here. So these have recoil, so it's pushing me away, pulling me towards them. And then you can use the opposite button. So it's pulling towards, I'm going to push away. So I've now usurped. You can see all his thrones have now turned blue. So So I can come and place my throne since I am the Emperor. I can go place my Emperor's throne anywhere. And that brings that online. So now I've got that ability. Oh, the ice is there. It's just not there when you're on the throne. Just going to move it to the end here. I'm going to turn off my freedom by pushing enter. And then I'm going to place... You see these are facing the wrong way, but that's all right.
The king. Dominations.
So dominations is declared when I have reached all the way from my energy icon to theirs. And now his has a health bar on it. And I can shoot it. Of course, you got to do this to your whole team. And then you got your throwing attacks too, which will do damage. Oh. I'm just saying, oh, because that sound is working. I got some work to do on fixing that. Anyways, I'm happy that it's working. Let's push enter. Get into a nice angle here. And goodbye. And goodbye. The time I didn't say goodbye. All right. So you can see my guy on the throne. You're going to be able to push G and gesture, and this will be the scoreboard. We don't have all that in yet. And this is what I call the most amazing thing about this game, is I am back in the menu. I have not loaded the map. I've loaded it once, and now I just start over again. Uh-oh, where'd my character go? I found a new bug. Oh no, I didn't. It's because I didn't select one. It's not a bug. Okay, let's place Tally here. Let's switch over to the other side. Oh, this is nice. It's not crashing. And we'll place Suiel here. Okay, so we'll just change things up a little bit here. So these are so Tally's is the placeholder. We got the new one coming, and Suiel's is the placeholder. This is our old. We had a original modeler come in, and he didn't separate all the gear like it needs to be and stuff. He didn't understand how to do that, but he got us a character in the game, so that's what we're holding right now. So she's going to capture that throne. We'll go over to our placeholder, Tally. She's just a Paragon model.
Princess of Thunder.
And this is exactly the way the game is. You don't have to wait for players. Whoever's first wins. So I can see she's got 4 throne strikes. She's ready to go. And she'll obviously get to the fountain first.
Princess of Thunder.
And there is a female announcement. Now, things like Strongholds don't have female announcements. Many team members can go and run over the... Oh, excuse me. And we'll show Ryan's work. This is the other Ryan. R-I-O-N. So he has Russell's animated ducks swimming. So I've leveled up my device. You can see it's 1443, and it's slowly filling up. And I have turned the fountain into lava, and you can see in the bottom of the HUD, right in the center, is a lava fountain. So there we go. So now we're going to do things a little bit differently. So there's 2 victory conditions in our game. Excuse the lag. That's all because we got too much happening in here. That will be repaired. And it's interesting because I just watched a video on some of the best games coming out for this year, and there is, I don't know, a third of them that have the same issue, but luckily they don't have a Zoran like we do. So, all right, so let's just. So I'm just pushing G, which is a gesture. So what's going to happen is the character's going to be animated. She's going to do something here. But while you're pushing G, this is just my little test area for this. These power-ups are going to manifest. And what they're going to do is they're going to randomly drop all over the level from the sky. See, they're going to drop like candy is how it says it, I think. And then you got to go seek them out. So I can pick this stuff up. And you can see them showing up on my HUD as I actually pick them up, if I can actually do it. It's not supposed to be this hard. All right, let's get a claw. The claw is good for everything. Where did they go? Oh. There we go. Look at the claw, pulled it off. See, now you know why you need a claw. And then this one's return. So we got that fixed, so we got it fixed up. So you just push your over arrow, and you can select whichever one you want. And there's a count and a timer, and you just push your enter key. So instead of like Quake, where you get quad damage and everybody goes and hides, lasts for 30, 40 seconds or whatever it is, and then it dissipates and everybody comes back out. With this, ours is 5 times damage. This is it right here, notability. And it'll announce, but not until I turn it on. Actually, it's not even going to announce yet because we haven't got that done yet. So I'm just going to do some more. Spam it a little bit. We'll just claw into them. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, because I got 2 of these. And that's the maximum. So that's 5 times damage. So that's the maximum you can get. But this guy I can get more of. So these have been causing us a little bit of grief with crashing and stuff. But now that should all be fixed. Alright, so she's got pretty much full shields. So I'm just going to put her right here. I'm going to switch sides. And she's just sitting here collecting throw strikes. There's an interesting thing. If you collect a lot of thrown strikes, you have a lot of thrown energy, and somebody banishes you, you explode. Now, we don't have that in the game yet, but it's pretty interesting because it makes something... And what other games are doing is they're, killing somebody. And there's no... you're trying to kill the other guy first before he kills you. And then it makes no sense because they come back. So we do a banish thing. But the risk is... So this is a secret area. I got a rare device. I'm locked in here. Still not 100% that thing. It's getting better. Alright, so there's my rare device. And it's got 1,000 energy. Oh yeah, and the characters we're running around with are not supposed to have heads. So that's why you keep seeing some stuff around the camera as the head moves around the camera. Anyways, we'll get that all fixed. I mean, they have heads when you look at them this way. Anyways, it's just a technical thing. Alright, so let's... The cool thing about the rare devices is they attack your core shield directly. There is no delay. So if we click over to Suiel here, we'll see that her core shield is down to 37%. So that's kind of a bit of a surprise. You get a rare device. You can hit somebody where it's going to hurt. So let's just use... Let's use this guy. So we're going to do red. So we're going to go through her red shield. And, you know, I don't have any power-ups. Forget it. Let's use it without power-ups. That should be sticking to her. What's going on there? So it looks like it was going inside her. There she is. All right, let's just do it to her again. Of course, the game's not like this. Oh. There's no... Okay, I'm just going to switch to her real quick. And I just need to make sure that when she walks over this, it explodes. Yep. Okay, so looks like we got that fixed. Okay, so... Now, she could use Notch Up and fill up her shield, but that would just make this long and boring. You can see it's night now. The moon's coming up. The stars are out. I've brightened the level. People said it was pretty dark. It was. So hopefully this is good for night. Anyways, it's all in progress. All right, so we just want to banish her. That's pretty close to her. That should explode. Let's just try something here. I've been telling the programmer about that the aim is off. And that's not exploding. Looks like it's spinning the wrong way, too. It's hard to tell, it's so fast. Looks like it spins slower the further away you get. Alright, let's just go look at her. Yeah, she's got some damaged red shields. Alright, let's just see what else do I got here. Let's just go grab the other red device, which is right here. Alright. So this is called the Wolverine. And this will also attack her red shield. It's a recoil device, so I'm being pushed and pulled. Now, if I push enter, and nothing happens because I don't have some freedom, let's go grab some freedom here. Alright, so if I push enter and fly, it's going to temper that recoil. I can push away. Oh yeah, let's show this, let's turn that off. It's going to push one, and I'm going to put her into a... Now the only thing that'll go through pods is stingers, so let's just try that. And icicles. I don't have an H2O right now. So that is still global, that sound. We're going to get that fixed. I don't know where she went. Well, we wait for her to come back down. She might have went really high because we're just changing everything over to C++, so it could take a while to make that stuff work right. Here it is. That's what I'm looking for. So that's the other thing. So I just wanted to see... I change to that guy. Oh, nothing happens. Alright, so H2O is broken on the left. Right is working. So I have broken that. Guess I'll have to tell Gang. Did she show back up? Oh, yeah, there she is. Alright, so we're doing red. So, I mean, you don't have to focus on red. Look at my points. See, I got 1,600 points. And that's because every time... Oh, see, now we're at the rare shield. So let's just go look at her for a second. You're going to see that her red shield is completely gone, and now she just has the core shield, the rare shield, 34%. And so I can shoot her with red. If I shoot her with white, I'm shooting the white shield. So I would do that if I wanted points. Now, if I want to get rid of her quickly... I can use one of these rare devices. But let's just go back to the Wolverine. Oh, and we crashed. So we still have a crash on the Banish. That was working today. So anyway, so I'm going to end my stream there. And I was going to show what the booty looks like. So when you banish somebody, we're going to do banished animation. So that still has to be done. And then all the booty comes out and you can pick it all up. So anyways, make sure you go to iPlayMore.com, sign up for a video game test. And there we go. So I thought the crashes were done. They were all done in my tests. But of course, live, here we go. But this is part of it. You know, we're just working in the early stage. We're just prototype. So thanks for watching and have a good week. And we will see you soon. It's VindaCator, and I am... out.